Welcome to this edition of Special Segments. I'm your host, Ashley Myers. Today, our esteemed guest will be Colin F. Watson and his wife, Janie, the creators of HCG Body for Life. Colin and Janie are the premier HCG weight loss experts in the world today, touching over 1 million people with their Lose a Pound a Day message from all across the globe. We will be showing you how this power couple gets amazing guaranteed and proven results. Colin will tell you how he lost 44 pounds in just 39 days and how you can do the same. Welcome back. I'm your host, Ashley Myers, and you are watching Special Segments. We're here today with Colin and Janie Watson, creators of HCG Body for Life. If you, like the more than 5,000 of Colin's clients, want to be 30 pounds lighter in 30 days, grab a pen and take some notes. We're about to show you how you can be 30 pounds thinner in 30 days. Colin, Janie, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Ashley. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you, Ashley. Colin, is losing a pound a day really possible?
It's not only possible, it's guaranteed. I see people do it every single day. We have thousands of people that have followed this protocol and had great success, including myself.
Why does this protocol work when other diets fail?
Well, I think the number one reason why it works so well is that it actually mobilizes abnormal fat, which most diets don't do. So you're actually able to tap into the abnormal fat. I think the biggest reason is that you get instant results. People get to be excited about the weight loss process from the first 96 hours of being on the protocol. Most weight loss, you lose a couple pounds, first week, and then all of a sudden it stops. This protocol, you continually lose a pound a day, depending on your size and gender, to where you're excited about the weight loss process every single day. So I think that's one of the main reasons why it's so exciting.
Where were you physically when you found this protocol?
I was out of shape. Had high blood pressure. I developed sleep apnea. My doctor told me that I was just a few pounds from being a full-blown diabetic. And that news enough wasn't what really kind of got me to make the shift. It was a moment sitting in my closet one day, putting on a suit. It was a Monday morning, went to put on the suit and the pants wouldn't button. And I thought, that's kind of strange. I must have pulled down an old suit, and then I started to grab another suit. And I ended up ripping my entire closet down because none of the pants would fit. And for whatever reason at that moment, I just had this huge breakdown. I started sobbing in my closet for about 15 minutes, and I walked out and I saw Janie, and she looked at me because I looked kind of strange, and I went, I got to do something. None of my clothes fit. I just can't believe I ate myself out of my clothes. And so that was pretty much the moment that I said, we need to find something.
That sounds like it would be a hard moment to go through.
Yeah.
Colin, why do you ask people to envision themselves in the best shape of their life?
Because people don't realize that this protocol will take them there. So it's important that they actually can go back and look and believe that it's possible for them to actually be in the best shape of their lives. And if you don't do that, then they kind of cut themselves short. So when I ask people, like, what is your ideal weight, or where would you want to be, they only can envision themselves, just above, just below, slightly below where they're at, because nothing's ever worked for them before. So I think it's important to be able to take them there.
But if they can go back to the best shape that they were, envision the best shape that they were, it just brings about a happiness, an energy of, I remember that. Yeah. I remember that. And you can stick to that. You can hold on to that and bring it back as much as you can, because that positive energy is going to help take you right to where you want to go.
I believe what you think about, you bring about. So it's important that you, from the very beginning, that your focus is on getting the body you like.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Can you explain how the protocol works, how it mobilizes fat?
Sure. I mean, what we're utilizing an aminopeptide that's actually naturally found in the body. We don't produce it after birth. Only women can produce it during pregnancy. But this peptide actually forces the body to go after abnormal fat. It's a fat that your body can't tap into on a normal basis. So if you've been one of those people, have you ever heard of fat, marathoners? People that run, marathons, but yet they still look like they're overweight. These people are burning thousands of calories a day and can't seem to lose weight because they can't tap into the abnormal fat. So what the Miracle Age protocol does, it allows you to tap into the abnormal fat, use it as fuel as we cut your calories in order to shift your body into utilizing those calories. And that's how you're able to burn 3,500 plus calories a day and burn a pound a day. Lose a pound a day.
Janie, are you hungry when you're following this protocol?
No, you're not. Because of the HCG, it doesn't make you, you're burning fat, you're burning calories. So you're not hungry. You don't feel hungry.
You have bodybuilders and professional athletes on the protocol. Are the increased proteins the reason?
That's one of the main reasons, because the original protocol that was put out 60 years ago prohibited exercise of any kind. So if you are an athlete, or if you're someone who is an avid exerciser and you love exercise, you shunned away from this protocol because it was too scary. You don't want to lose muscle. By us, scientifically putting the right amount of protein portions for each protein that's allowed on the protocol, so your body is getting that, bodybuilders are now able to utilize the same regimen and still cut the balance of the fat they're trying to use. And so I have a boxer, Bobby, that had an injury, and basically the injury kind of put him on the sidelines, and he gained 40, 50 pounds. And he sent me an email saying, hey, Colin, I want to get back into the ring. How can I do that? Can I utilize this protocol? I said, absolutely. And in a very short time. And he's still on his journey to get back into the ring, because obviously it's more work, putting his body back to shape. But the lose a pound a day option is working well for him.
You're recognized as the vortex of HCG information all around the world. How can people access your free information?
I started doing a radio show, a podcast a couple of years ago because I wanted to give people content about this protocol. My goal has always been from the very beginning that this can no longer stay a secret. And my thing was, it doesn't matter where you get it, I just want you to know about it. And so I did a podcast, so you can download my podcast from iTunes. I'm known as the HCG Diet Coach. Just search iTunes for that. And there's over 130 podcasts you can listen to that will give you tons of free information. Of course, you can go to our website as well at hcgbodyforlife.com or byhcg123.com.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
If you are not at your ideal weight, stay tuned. Colin will show you how you can get there in just a matter of weeks. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm Ashley Myers, and we are with Colin and Janie Watson, creators of the HCG Body for Life. We're talking about losing a pound a day and getting into the best shape of your life, and they guarantee it. Janie and Colin, many people who have used your protocol, including Dr. Simeon, say they would never use any protocol but yours. Can you tell us why that is?
Well, I think the number one reason is that we laid out a step-by-step roadmap. And the protocol has several different phases. And in the original protocol, there was literally just the two phases, basically the weight loss phase. Even though there's supposed to be a maintenance phase, there was no guidance through maintenance. And then there was no phase to how do you go back to the real world? How do I go back to eating in the real world? And so wherever we found that it didn't make sense or something was missing for us, we said, well, how can we make it work? So one of the reasons I think is because we gave them a step-by-step roadmap for success. I think number two is because we added exercise. I mean, people in this country, the majority are avid exercisers, and they love to do it. And all of a sudden you tell them they can't, they're going to shy away from it. And I think number three, because it works so darn well, that it's easy. It's easy to follow. I mean, and I think Janie created some amazing recipes. And I think I got to tell you that the recipes rule the world. People seem to salivate over the food. They want food, right? And she was like, you know what, I need to be able to eat this stuff for life, right? I need that diet. I need to have a protocol for life. So Janie,
And I'm a sweet eater. So to tell me that I'm not going to have my cakes and my cookies and all that, you can just throw that out the window. So that's when I got in there and started dabbling in raw food and taking other people's recipes and tweaking them here and there. But I want to go back to what I think is a huge gift of our protocol is we put mind, body, and spirit together.
Yes.
We put it all together. So you're getting a total transformation. You're going to be working your mind and getting your mind right. You're going to be working on your spirit, getting some peace, and then you're working on your body. So you're getting everything right there. And we have support. We support anybody who asks for it 24/7, literally 24/7, because he will answer.
Can you tell us, when most other diets fail, why does your protocol work so well?
It works so well because I think you're getting results.
Instant gratification every day.
You're getting results. I mean, think about it. You know, I think probably almost every diet protocol on the planet works to some degree. The point is that we don't have the patience for it. We're in an instant gratification society. And that's why you're able to sustain the diet for the first week, because you lost 5 or 6 pounds. And you're like, wait, this is great. But when it starts doing the 1 pound a week thing and the 2 pound a week thing, or the half a pound a week thing, and you're busting your butt and you're going to the gym and you're running and you're jogging and you're eating a little plate of food like this, you're frustrated and you go, this is forget it. I mean, the cake is calling me. But when you get on the scale and you're doing a happy dance every day, it's almost to the point where now you're addicted to the process. I hate to say that, but it's like you want to see what tomorrow is going to bring. It's like the future is now bright, instead of, oh my God, did I lose any weight? Does everybody lose a pound every single day? No, of course not. But the point is that progress. You have momentum. You're getting some feedback and results of living a lifestyle that's actually improved. The way you're eating is improving. So your mind's starting to connect to your heart and go, guess what? If I feed my body the right amount of food, and I give it the right amount of water, and I give it the right amount of exercise, and all of it doesn't have to be a lot, guess what? It'll love me enough back to help me lose the way I need to lose.
But they're eating. I mean, it's not like you're getting this little bitty thing here. You're eating a plate full of food, and it's good food.
Yeah.
And it tastes good.
So you can actually get addicted to losing weight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You have to think about it. I mean, no one who has ever been on a traditional diet has ever experienced getting on the scale and watching it move in the direction you want it to 90% of the time.
Right.
No one has taken a tape measure weekly and watched your body just shrink in inches. And I'm talking about the thing is about you're losing weight from all over your body evenly at the same time. So you don't look like you're melting. Your body's just shrinking. And people are looking at you and they're kind of turning their head and they're kind of going, what are you doing? Because you're starting to just look good, your skin's glowing, but they can't figure it out because it's not like you just dropped weight and you don't look well, you know? So yeah, you can get addicted to it, absolutely.
And it's not, there's a recipe in there for chocolate. So for us women that love to have that chocolate, it's a real food. It's a real chocolate. It's not all that processed stuff that's in it.
If you are not at your ideal weight, stay tuned. Colin will show you how you can get there in a matter of weeks. We'll be right back. What do you think it is that dieters fear the most?
Gaining it back. Gaining it back. I've lost this and gain it back, or, oh my gosh, I can't eat this. What am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to eat my candy bar. Oh yeah, you can. Oh yeah, you can. I'm not going to be able to eat pizza. You know what? You can.
Yeah, you can.
You can. It's just a different recipe, and it tastes good. It tastes good.
You just got to tweak it a little bit. And I think, one of the things is that people have a story. They have a mantra they've been telling themselves for years. Either I'm big bone, and my whole family's fat, or my whole family's obese, or I have a low thyroid. And they've kind of told themselves this mantra that they can't lose weight.
Right.
So I think to tie into that, the biggest fear is it's not going to work for them, and they're going to be disappointed once again.
Right.
And then once it does work, they're going to just gain it back anyway because it always happens. They lose and they gain. But this is the thing. The point is that I want you to achieve the body of your life. The body of your life is not just losing weight. The body of your life is I want you to look in the mirror, I want you to cry. And the way you do that is that you're going to follow this protocol all the way through the end, and by the time you're done, you're going to know what foods your body likes, what foods your body doesn't like. You know, what combinations of foods you can put together, even the ones that you love to hate. But there's a way to do it, and you just have to know how to follow the system. But the first part is reveal your true body within, and then feed your body what it needs. And I promise you, it'll give you back what you're putting in it. And it's always been the case, right? So it's not as difficult. But people, you know what, I tell people, you don't have to believe me. But in 96 hours, you'll call me.
Colin, is losing a pound a day really possible?
Absolutely possible. I see people do it every single day. Not only did it happen for me, and I actually lost a little bit more than a pound a day, I see people from all over the world lose a pound a day, every day, and that's why this thing is so successful.
Can you tell us about some of your clients?
Yeah, I have a few. Let's see, Kimberly comes to mind. Kimberly is from Northern California. She's a model, decided to have some kids, so she had a couple kids and gained about 50 pounds or so, 50, 60 pounds. And it came on gradually. She worked in a restaurant, high-end restaurant, and
organic too.
Organic restaurant
yeah.
too. So she kind of thought all the stuff she was eating was fine, but
yeah.
she kind of woke up, a few years later, 50, 60 pounds heavier. And coming from a model's standpoint, it was very challenging. And she couldn't seem to get the weight off. And she gave me a call, and we started working together. And she's not only back to that model state. I mean, it's full on.
Oh, she's amazing.
She looks amazing, and she actually has embraced a whole new lifestyle.
Right.
She actually teaches a whole new lifestyle. So she's an amazing transformation. I have people from all different levels. It's not somebody. It hasn't always been the person that has to lose 300 pounds and it becomes this new person. It could be to 20 pounds if you just can't seem to get. I have Nick, who he had that belly, just couldn't, and he worked out in the gym and he busted his butt, but he couldn't seem to get rid of that belly. And he contacted me. He went on a 26-day protocol and ripped up. Looks like a freaking bodybuilder. I have Hewitt, same thing. It's very similar. He had 20, 30 pounds to lose, but it's just frustrating when he couldn't get those little pounds off. And then you have Diane, who was another one that was over 280 pounds. And literally, I got to say, literally she's 130, 140 pounds. And you kind of wonder, how is a 140 pound or 30 pound person in this 280 pound person?
That's such a huge transformation.
Huge transformation. And I'm talking, she looks amazing. It's not like she just looks like now just a big skin suit. I mean, she looks amazing.
What about CJ?
CJ, oh my gosh, CJ, love CJ. CJ, he stalked me on the internet, his own words, on the internet for a year. And he kept coming back to my website, but he was like, he wanted it, but he wasn't ready. And he had that moment, and whatever that moment is, like my closet moment, he had his moment. He called me, and he said, tell me exactly what to do, and I'll do it. This guy,
what does he do for a living?
He works in a steel mill, 14 hours a day in 110 degree degree temperature. And this guy, not only did he work in the steel mill for 12, 14 hours a day, he would follow and do the exercise regimen. He would pack his food, he followed the protocol to the letter. When he first came, his first picture, he had a 62-inch waistband, a huge belly. The guy wears 34-inch jeans pants, 34-inch pants now, and a flat stomach. And he is just an amazing guy. And it was just amazing because he just followed it to the letter, to the letter, to the letter. And he literally could not walk into his town. He couldn't go to Walmart without somebody going, what the heck did you do? Let's see, who else?
There's Shauna again.
Yeah, we have Shauna, there's Colombian Dolores, and Michelle that lives near us. I mean, it was just, like I said, same thing. And Michelle is like a extremist, as far as she does mountain climbing in the Alps and goes,
yoga
surfing
in Costa Rica.
Yoga in Costa Rica. She travels and is very active. Her and her boyfriend are very active. And she, too.
She's a yoga instructor.
Yoga instructor that just wanted her inside to match her outside. And she did the protocol, and you can see that she has her her six-pack showing through the side of her.
And she's my age, so she's 50.
Yeah, and so,
she's 50.
oh my God, I have so many people of all ages. I mean, I actually have a client right now that's, she's a 63 years young, who actually has to take care of her disabled husband, and decided that, you know, in all the things that she's doing, that she just needed to get her health under control. And she actually had won some championships for lifting, powerlifting, which actually, ironically, she now has to lift her husband up, you know, in and out of bed because he's completely disabled. And she's only like 5'2". But she wanted to drop that 40 pounds because she was, you know, 5'2" and, you know, 170 or something like that. And she was able to do that. So, I mean, it's, you know, the stories, there's just so many. I mean, I can't think of, I got so many on my website.
It sounds like you're changing so many people's lives.
Well, and they're changing ours.
Yes.
They are changing ours, because what I love about it is there are so many people out there that we don't physically know or entertain. We're not entertaining with them, going out doing things, but yet they still feel so close. And connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've made some friends all over the world.
That we've never met.
That have not met face
physically.
to face, but have now talked to on the phone, you know, for years now.
Right.
Or through Facebook or what have you, and connected to them. And there's some that we've actually met. And actually we're going to
meet Kim
next month.
Yeah.
Or this month, actually.
End of the month.
So, you know, it's just kind of great that you kind of build these relationships with people. You've helped them achieve something that was very challenging for them to achieve, and they feel like part of our family.
Yep.
And
they are.
We feel like part of theirs.
Right.
And we tell people that you are, you know, once you're in, you're in. You're a part of our HCG Body for Life family, and we'll always be here for you.
Yep.
Stay tuned. In our final segment, we will be discussing why some people lose weight but still look old and saggy. Watson and his wife Janie, creators of HCG Body for Life and the website buyhcg123.com. Before the break, we posed the question, why do people lose weight but yet look old and saggy instead of younger and more vibrant? Colin?
Well, one of the reasons why is that in most conventional diets, when you're losing fat, you're also losing muscle. So when you see people and they look like they're melting from the face down, it's because they've lost the muscle and the collagen. You know, the HCG protocol preserves muscle and only allows you to access abnormal fat. So what happens when you're shrinking evenly because you're losing fat from all over your body, but your muscle is still staying in place and being preserved. Therefore, when you shrink evenly, you look younger, your skin is glowing, you're basically, everything's where it's supposed to be because you have not lost that vibrant muscle or vital muscle that you need.
What's the best way to get started with HCG?
Well, the fastest way to get started is to go to our website. I always tell people, go to the website, read about the protocol, listen to my podcast, get yourself in a place where you feel comfortable with the process, because it is going to change your life. And if you're not ready for that life change, then wait. But I always tell people, get your information first, get comfortable, and when you're ready, if you have any questions, call me.
Research it, because there's so many different avenues. Like Colin said, Google, YouTube. Our website has a plethora of information about the protocol. There's so much information out there. Research it, get comfortable.
One last question. You've talked about living in a body that you've only dreamed of and never seen before. Is that really possible?
Yeah, living proof. Like I said, I'm walking around here at 52 years old, you know, with 13% body fat, a six-pack that I hadn't seen in 20, 30 years. I mean, I actually pulled out pictures of myself at 30, realized I was a little bit of a doughboy, and then pulled out my pictures at 40, and then at, you know, 47, you know, I made the shift. And, you know, I got to tell you, it's a strange thing when you actually can, you know, be sitting by the pool in Palm Springs and you have young people coming up and going, what do you guys do? You know, you're like fitness models? I'm like, and we laugh like that. But I got to say that it feels good. It just feels good to look and feel good, that the inside matches the outside for the first time. You know, yeah. It's like, and so, yeah, absolutely. I think that people need to realize that whatever God gave you, you can get it back. If you've been overweight for any part of your life, and you've tried a lot of things, and I've tried a lot of things. I got to tell you, I've tried almost everything that you've ever seen on TV and more. And to be disappointed. And I always give responsibility. We are responsible for how much we put into something. So it's not always the diet's fault. But I mean, ultimately, nothing has ever been able to give me the amount of success, complete success, or even fast enough for my own patients, if you will,
Right.
To actually get to that final journey, that final destination, to actually look in the mirror and see what you're supposed to look like. And so for me, every time that someone asks, I'm going to tell them the truth. And I believe that it's possible for anyone at any age, no matter what gender you are, no matter where you come from, that if you have a desire, you're willing to follow some simple instructions, and you're willing to reach out for help when you need it,
Yes.
I promise you, I guarantee you
Right.
that you will look in the mirror and not recognize yourself. And that's about as serious as I can say it. And but I always tell people, you know what? You're gonna have to. You have to ask for the help. You got to call. You got to do it. I've had people, agents call me, the celebrity agents, saying, "Look, my so-and-so client needs you to call him because he needs to lose some weight."
I love this.
And I would say, no. If your client needs to lose weight, have them call me because he or she needs to make the step. You being the agent telling them that they need to call somebody to lose weight is not going to get them on their journey. They need to be at that point where they go, I'm done, like I was in my closet. I'm done. I'm ready to make the shift, ready to change my life, change the way I look, and have the body of my life. And then I'm willing to help you. You pick up the phone, I'll always be there. But I'm not going to call you because you're not ready if I have to call you.
You need to be ready.
So taking action and being proactive sounds really important.
Absolutely. It's
huge.
Put this way, as soon as, just watching this or going to a website is not, I mean, it's the first step.
Yeah.
But even ordering the product is a step. But ultimately, you have to ask yourself why you're doing it. You have to have a big why.
Yeah.
Why you're doing it, and what you want out of it. You have to know where you're going. You have to know your outcome, and then you have to be willing to say, "Can you help me if I need it?" Most people just follow it and they do well. But some people, they need that special help.
Game plan.
You have a game plan. And if you're willing to do those things and take the action, I'm telling you, you'll get the results.
Yeah. Guaranteed.
Yeah, guaranteed.
That has been some powerful information today from Colin and Janie Watson of buyhcg123.com, and it will change your life forever if you act on it today. If you, as Colin says, would like to be living in a body you have only dreamed of and want to have that body in the next 30 to 60 days, then go now to www.buyhcg123.com or call the number on the bottom of the screen. You've seen the amazing results. Take action to step into the body you have always dreamed of. 30 days will pass by before you know it. Why not be 30 pounds thinner? Start today. You owe it to yourself, to your family, and to the world to be in the body you have always dreamed of. I'm Ashley Myers, and it's been my pleasure to be your host today on Special Segments.